This time of year, some parents have concerns about their children transitioning back to school, especially when it comes to dealing with difficult issues like diversity and getting to know and understand children from different cultures. Clinical psychologist Marissa Coleman joins us now with tips on how to foster inclusion with young children. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Now, Dr. Coleman, you say start early when it comes to talking to your children. Why?
Absolutely, because children absorb their environments. So they're at a key stage to develop empathy, and if it's not modeled to them, then they're going to absorb all the many isms of society. So we can catch them at a young age, then hopefully we can prevent some prejudice and biases as they grow.
How young is too young, though?
You know, I don't think that there is an age that's too young, because quite honestly, for children even as young as 1 year old, you're reading them stories, bedtime stories, nap time stories. Include books that model diversity of many different values, as well as Sesame Street now. A lot of the kids shows really value diversity as well.
How do you begin to have these conversations with your child?
One of my favorite books is actually a Sesame Street book called We're Different, We're the Same. And it really highlights that, yes, we are different, but that's a wonderful thing to embrace and to acknowledge, but we're also the same in that our hair has the same function. It may look different. Our skin has the same function, but it may look different, and that's okay. That helps children to acknowledge that there's differences, but not place value judgment on it.
You say that parents need to examine their own biases. What do you mean by this?
I mean that we are the mirrors that our children will start to look through and actually start to model. So if we are unaware of our own biases and our own prejudices, our children are going to absorb that as well. So if we really want our children to have different conversations, be more inclusive with friends at school, then we really have to look at what we're communicating to them through our body language, through the things that we don't say.
Yeah, what ways are kids looking to us for examples, maybe in an unconscious way?
So even who do you speak to in the store? Who do you acknowledge on the sidewalk? Who do you smile to? Do you say, random comments about, for example, women and body shape? All of those kinds of conversations, even if you're not having them directly with your children, but you're having them with your partner or a friend, children are listening and they're always watching what we do.
Wow, they're picking up on all of that. Are you concerned at all about burdening children with these complex issues?
No, because I think that if you have conversations with them that are developmentally appropriate, then it can be a really beautiful thing. Not having the conversation communicates something as well. So children are absorbing their environments and they're trying to make sense of their world. And honestly, we need to help guide them. And, in my opinion, there is no burden because they are going to be understanding things from their own developmental stage. So why not help them along?
Thank you so much for being here. We're going to link to your tips on our website.
Okay, thank you.
Keith.